I wanted to do a little sweet review of this In Touch magazine again because I've talked about this Evelyn Bodecki story in 2 other reviews, and here we know that she's not happy with how that man got a woman pregnant and hooked up with her and then said nothing about it to her and then got back to this old relationship again. So for once, this magazine has a story and they're putting such a nice title. They give her a hint to just never ever trust that man again. I mean, look at that grin. He's not happy. She won the 100,000 euros. There are better pictures of her where she's smiling and all, so they're not really in favor for her. But since we know from this soap opera Ibis, I'm a Star, Get Me Out of Here, in the German television, what the story really is, we can tell that this story is true because he was betraying her and all, and then he said like, I wasn't treating you right and stuff, and then they hugged right after she had won. And now they're telling her. And she's hopefully gonna buy this magazine so she knows too. So I want to go through this since I bought it, just to have you see what I think about this biggest contrast in colors there is, violet to yellow, that makes you go scream color-wise. Yeah. So he was in the jungle as well, and the other man that wasn't in favor of him said that he hasn't got the franchise, so he's not successful, as they say. He got to success in 90 days. They're having a soap with him. Then these Backstreet Boys I saw are in line with the Beatles. They walked over a zebra like this. Then, because she's posting so much on the internet, they got free content. And because it's funny, they put it into the magazine. Shame that they are exposing her. They could just not expose it and we wouldn't have that much sex slammed into our eyes. And also, we know Gwen Stefani, she's like going out and giving the people the possibility to take those pictures. It's like an ad, a constant ad. She's like marketing, taking selfies, the shoes, the clothes. It's maybe her own fashion label. We don't know. But it doesn't look natural. So it's something unnatural slammed around our ears as well and eyes. So here they got no content, so they take the story from the visuals. So that's nonsense. He might just have had some negative experience getting up, a bone hurt. So he makes this face and they say, let it out, the tiger you got in you, because of the hairdo. So they have no talking to these stars. They just got them pictured. And now they make all the stories to fill this magazine. So Kanye West has another article in here where they show some real nice surrounding. So he's living here. They ask what star lives here. And they don't say, hey, we got some more about him in this magazine. So in the Transvestigations, they say that the sun is traveling real fast. You have them saying that you gotta have, as a man, no sloping shoulders. So he has sloping shoulders. And he has no widow's peak. That's good. Women have that. But otherwise, he has no edgy face. So he looks very womanly. And in the Transvestigations, they say a man's waist has to end below the belly button, as I put the mark in here. But his waist, his ends here. So that's above the belly button. So he has a kind of a womanly body, they say, in the Transvestigations. But it's that people just have different builds, and all in all, he's a man, he looks like a man. So that's about it. Then, of course, they say they pimp their children with Gucci, but it could also be a promotional deal she has with her kids. And then, of course, to Germany, Heidi Klum is really interesting for the people to get to know. So they have no information, so they come up with a foreign kind of friend. Talking to us instead of having it directly from her. So that's like making us do this as well. If people ask you at the police station, what did the other person say to you? Then you go, blah, blah, blah. But you could say, well, ask them directly. The same if some friend asks you about someone else. Send them to this other person. You don't need to talk for others. So here, when you juice everything, you don't get the digestion fluids running. So what you get is that you're not digesting the stuff properly. Maybe they put it in here because of that. Eat and chew the stuff. Don't juice. Then she's the German woman that is in all the soaps and shows, and she gets the bad bitch treatment. Like, they have no information besides from the shows they see and the Instagram she feeds. So it's funny to see how she gets the bad bitch treatment, just like Heidi Klum and Victoria Beckham. So they say, she lost a lot of weight, our Jennifer Lopez, but these might also be old pictures. And also they say she has a superb figure, but if I look at it, it doesn't look really thin, and she's hiding the bad condition of the skin on her stomach, and also diluting all the minerals by drinking water. She's the richest female singer on earth currently. And also here they have no information, so they make it up. Then we got some Julia Roberts, very thin, and here I told you about this true story. The sun is traveling so fast it gets shadowy. after 9 minutes into the video. So, good luck to you, Evelyn Bodecki. Here, there is a totally fabricated story about Julia Roberts. They say that when they go climbing here in a hall, after some minutes, the pictures appear on a internet account. They don't say on hers, but here they say Angie is faking her family lock, which is not true. They faked this story. They are not posting all the time. Here they say to feed photos. That's what they do. No. It's just that they are lucky to see her doing normal stuff with her kids. Other stars don't do that, so they have no pictures. But here where they have pictures, they kind of, don't have the information. She didn't talk to the photographers. So they just make up this kind of, oh yeah, she's faking her family lock. Huh? She's doing stuff with her kids, normal, well, kind of normal stuff. And here too, they're analyzing her Insta, where she's like posting couple things, which is normal for a emotionally triggered woman. And he's posting somehow just, selfies from time to time. So that's normal for a man that are more about statues. Yeah. So they make a story telling us that he's not standing by her side. Ugh. And here her show got cancelled, so again, bad news. It's always bad news. They don't go saying nice couple having a relationship, nice Britney Spears being in love with a man, having a father she can take care of. No, they post gross photos of hers. Why? These are old pictures, I can tell. Because here she looks totally more fat and here than she's at the moment. So, whatever. She gets the bad bitch treatment as well because she seldomly smiles. So she has a serious face most of the time. So there you go. She's cooking because of anger. Because they saw her man she has 5 or 4 kids with. I mean, come on. Sitting beside other women, talking to them and shaking hands. They're not flirting. They're just shaking hands. And here they say he is guilty of repeated whatever. Ah, come on. And here I was thinking because he might be gay, Clooney, so that she might perhaps be his maid and not really his woman. I'm not sure. She didn't look pregnant when she was pregnant. So, so they can shoot her, or she might get any kind of trouble that you have when you are out in the open, like walking with kids like this. And he can have his kids somewhere totally differently with a real mother. So they have like this Clooney coming from the richest families around, having a totally private life, and this one is just out there for us to be having some fodder. Yeah, so end of part 1.